Helen, we're on the way to Surrey. It's a big game for us. How are you feeling about it?
I'm excited about it. I think this is one of our biggest games of the season, and it was good to get a win against them at home, but I think the real test will be if we can actually replicate that away from home. And the Ball's got a massive crowd, and it's great to play in front of the big crowd, so yeah, looking forward to it.
We have traditionally kind of struggled against them in the past. I mean, why do you think that is, and what do you think we've done to kind of combat that this time?
I think the advantages that they gain from having such a vocal crowd, and I think they really play to their advantage having that home advantage. I think they're just a really strong team, and I think it's always well contested, and I think we have had sort of results that can go either way, and especially this year when draws have to be played to a conclusion, I think it'll make it a lot more exciting.
So have you done? Is there anything in training that you've been doing to kind of maybe combat the crowd, or anything that maybe went wrong last time?
Yeah, we have been trying to sort of emulate what they like to do to us. I'm not going to give too much away.
Okay.
But yeah, we have been trying to sort of put out some tactics that they might use against us, and hopefully it'll work.
So Chelsea, this is your first Surrey away game. It's probably the biggest away game that we have all season. You've played a couple of away games already. How do you think this one's going to differ?
I think from speaking to the girls, this is one of our longest trips on the coach, and I've heard a lot of how vocal they are and how strong they are at home, and I think most teams in the Super League are their strongest when they are playing at home, and Surrey's definitely come into some good form these past few games when we've watched video analysis of them. So we've just got to make sure that we just play to our strengths and try and, I guess, ignore the crowd and maybe try and in our head make it that they're chanting thunder instead of storm somehow.
So personally, as a player on court today, what do you expect from yourself, and what do you kind of want to get out of the game?
I just want to make sure that I have not so many errors, and just make sure I get onto the circle, and if the shooters aren't available and not in a good shooting position, then I am another option for them, and just being patient with the ball, because I think that's how, for us, we wear them down, is because our possession game is extremely strong, and we, I guess, annoy the defenders by playing it around so much. So for myself, I just want to make sure that when I do have the ball, that I'm delivering it to the safest option.
So are there any key players that you think are maybe going to cause the most problems for Surrey, or is it just a general team?
I think it's a general team that they like style of play. That I'm trying to think of the new signing that they've brought in.
Oh,
No, the South African girl.
She's got a hard name from now.
Well, that's
the new South African player.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, one, if she takes the court and how she fits into it, because obviously looking at Surrey's attacking lineup, it's the England international, or like mixes of them, because obviously Helen's on the other end.
Thanks.
But it'll be interesting to see how she comes into the fold, and defensively she's extremely strong, and so I'll probably team up against her a bit if they do get her on court. So it'll be a team performance for them to be able to beat us, but we need to just make sure that we concentrate on nullifying our own plays, and then the score will take care of the rest.
Really quickly, one last question to both of you. Now, it's been announced that Sky Sports is going to show the Netball World Cup. For you as an English player, how big is that for
That's amazing. I mean, to have the support of Sky, and I think it's what everybody always wants, all the supporters of netball and the players. They want to know that the best games that they're going to play in are going to be shown, so everybody can see them. It's just amazing support from Sky.
and you Chelsea, I mean, you might not be in England, you might be in Australia yourself, and you are obviously a former world champion, so how big is it to have such massive TV coverage?
I think it'll be absolutely amazing. I think for people who haven't experienced netball at the highest, what's the word? I keep getting distracted. I keep getting distracted by the scenery around. At the highest level, we'll get to see
beautiful English scenery.
Yeah, no, pretty much. And I think World Champs is another step up from Commonwealth Games, because it's when all the teams come together and they just really, really obviously want to win that. And England this year, I think, have the best chance of really competing for a gold medal match. So for people who are sitting on the cusp of, is netball that good, they watch one World Cup game between,
they'll be hooked.
Yeah, they'll be hooked 100%, and I think that's good and great building for England netball in general and the Super League for the following year.
Fab. Thank you. Cheers, guys.